Today we are going to learn about different types of LEDs. In the LEDs, we have different types like planar LED, dome LED, surface emitting LED, edge emitting LED, and superluminescent LED. So these are the different types of LEDs. Individually we will be learning about these types, and out of these, planar LED and dome type of LED are the basic LED types, LED constructions. These are generally used for normal purposes like your toys, remotes and all. We will be using these two types of LEDs. And coming to the fiber communication, surface emitting LED, edge emitting LED and superluminescent LED are used. Superluminescent LED are under construction, like under research actually, and as of now surface emitting LEDs and edge emitting LEDs are mostly used in your optical fiber communications in your real time. If we are through with this superluminescent LEDs, then it will be very good breakthrough, which involves, as we know, LED is a spontaneous emission phenomenon, right? Superluminescent LED combines the advantages of spontaneous and stimulated emission. Even we will learn in detail about this superluminescent and all the LED types in detail, right? First comes the planar type of LED. It is just like your normal LED construction with your PN junction. There is no heterojunction over here. The P-type layer and the N-type substrate will be there. From the surface of the P-type only the light will be emitting. So when the light is being emitted from the surface, what happens is it will be distributed to over larger area. That means the distribution area or the aperture will be becoming very large. When we want to launch this particular light into the optical fiber core, when it is being distributed, what happens is most of the light power will be wasted and only minimum energy will be launched into the fiber core. So loss will be very large, and the amount of light that is coming out from this type of LEDs is also very low. That means low radiation LEDs are planar LEDs. This is the dome type of LED. Generally you will be watching this type of LEDs in your remote controls, where the construction is same as your planar LED. From the top plane of the P-type material, the light will be emitted, and over which you can see a dome shape. That means a cap-like structure will be placed on it. So that the disadvantage what we have seen in the planar LED, where the light is being spreaded all over, will be confined to a certain region. Not completely, but it is being tried to confine to a smaller region. That's why they have kept a dome onto the structure. But even then the dispersion is more, and the light expansion over this dome is also more and more, and most of the power is not able to be captured into the optical fiber core, and it is not effective in your communication. And the radiation that is being outputted from the plane of the P-type material, that is the active layer, is also not reaching to the power requirements of the optical fiber, right? Next type of LED is surface emitting LED. This is the main construction. Here you can see an heterojunction which is formed with different types of materials, and the active layer will be emitting the actual light output. So here at the active layer, what happens is a well-type structure has been drawn. That means a small hole in the shape of a well will be drawn, and in that from that well-shaped structure only the light will be emitted out through the active layer. So what we have seen in the planar LED and dome shaped LED, all the light that is coming out is being wasted, and it is not properly being launched into the optical fiber. So here the construction is, the well shape is done in such a way that the fiber will be exactly fit into that, so that whatever light that is coming out from the active layer will be exactly launched into the core region. So in that well structure, the optical fiber will be placed when this heterojunction of the LED construction is forward biased, and the carriers combine at the active layer, and they start emitting the photons at the active layer, and all the light photons will be collected into the well of the structure. So this is the surface emitting LED. Here you can see the metal contacts, this the lower layer and the isolation layer and the N substrate. The N substrate is one type of material, and the P material can be a gallium arsenide, gallium aluminum arsenide, or it can be a bismuth combination even. So different types of material basing on your requirement you can construct here. So this is the beam pattern of an surface emitting LED. Normally the beam pattern of a surface emitting LED is in the form of a Lambertian pattern, which resembles like this, which is a cos theta form, right? The Lambertian pattern is a cos theta form. Here the pattern is a Lambertian pattern. So what happens is it is not perfectly coherent, and most of the energy cannot be coupled into optical fiber. So loss is more in surface emitting LED, where some of the light is being wasted at the well type. This well type structure is there, no, at the sides, where at this particular part some of the light can be escaped. So most of the light cannot be, all the light cannot be launched. And there is a disadvantage in this pattern also. It is a decreasing type of cos theta pattern. So even this resembles the radiation is not completely launched into the optical fiber. This is the construction of edge emitting LED, where there is no well type structure in this. This is also a heterojunction type of structure, where different materials are used for forming the PN junction, and those materials can be of third group and fifth group elements. And at the edge of the active layer, there will be a small slit. Here you can see the black color opening. Only a small slit will be placed over there, so that whatever the core section requirement, basing on that, the edge will be opened with a small slit at the edge part of the active layer, and from that only the photons that are released from recombination will be coming out. So, and the pattern of the radiation pattern of this edge emitting LED is also in the form of a Lambertian pattern, that is the cos theta, that is the decreasing form, but the amount of coupling is more in edge emitting rather than in the surface emitting type of LED. So this is the Lambertian pattern. Here the half power beam width is maximum with proper choice of the waveguide thickness. It can be of 25 degrees to 30 degrees of half power beam width angle, and it is better than surface emitter. Why? Because the coupling efficiency is more for this, because of the small opening, so that some part of the coherence we can, not exactly coherence, with respect to the core radius it is being matched perfectly, whereas in the surface emitting it is providing larger aperture, which is not being perfectly matched with the core region. This is the superluminescent LED structure, where, as I have already told you, superluminescent LED structures are still in research actually, where the spontaneous emission property of the LEDs is completely changed over here. The stimulated emission property, which is used in lasers, where the light amplification is done, will be used, the same phenomenon will be used, where the photons that are being generated here, that are used by the stimulated emission, the same LED structure with laser properties will become more power can be radiated, and it can have the coherent properties even. Here comes a comparison between surface emitting LEDs and edge emitting LEDs. Surface emitting LEDs are emitting more power into the air, since the emitted light is less affected, and due to the reabsorption, the surface emitting LEDs are giving less power efficiency. And surface emitting LEDs couples more optical power into larger NA. That means when the optical core is having a larger NA, then only it is most suitable. When we are using the smaller NA devices, then we have to go for the edge emitting LEDs. They have good modulation bandwidth, edge emitting LEDs, whereas surface emitting LEDs are not having good bandwidth and modulation properties. And the coupling efficiency is more in edge emitting LEDs rather than the surface emitting LEDs. And coming to the bandwidth, surface emitting LEDs are having less bandwidth than the edge emitting LEDs. Thank you. This is all about different types of LEDs. In the next class, we will see what is stimulated emission, how it is used in the other type of source, that is the lasers. Thank you.